Jacinda Ardern should be stripped of her damehood. We all know now, thanks to Ali Cook from the New Zealand Outdoor Party, that Chris Hipkins chaired a meeting on the 13th of August 2021 which discussed in a special covert meeting action to be taken regarding young boys getting myocarditis from the COVID-19 vaccine. The decision taken by all of the senior ministers in attendance, including Ardern, Hipkins and Verrall, was to remove and deliberately hide this danger of vaccine-related myocarditis from the public. In my view, this was a collaborative criminal action. All ministers involved also went on to hide their diary minutes of the meeting, another deliberate, collaborative, deceptive action, just like the collaborative "we refuse to attend the public COVID-19 inquiry" action.
We will continue to be your single source of truth. Unless you hear it from us, it is not the truth.
Why Hipkins must resign. If he was, as COVID response minister, totally oblivious to all of the COVID-19 issues going on around him, as he has implied on many occasions, then he was grossly incompetent and must therefore resign. Or if he knew everything and knowingly took part in the cover-up scam, in which case he's no better than a common criminal, and at a bare minimum must resign. Here's why Hipkins knew everything. What international sources told New Zealand in 2021? New Zealand's COVID-19 Vaccine Technical Advisory Group, CVTAG, repeatedly cited data from the United States and Israel showing elevated myocarditis rates in young males, particularly teenage boys, following Pfizer or Moderna mRNA vaccination. Here are the key documented references. 9th of June 2021, MedSafe Safety Communication. MedSafe published the following. A small number of myocarditis cases have also been reported in some other countries, such as Israel and the United States, predominantly adolescents and young adults, more commonly males. On the 14th of July 2021, CVTAG memo. A CVTAG memo states, cases of myocarditis and/or pericarditis have been reported following administration of both the Pfizer and Moderna mRNA COVID-19 vaccines. Emerging data from the US and Israel indicate higher risks in males and in younger age groups. On the 21st of July 2021, CVTAG memo. A CVTAG memo confirms emerging data from countries such as the United States of America, USA, and Israel indicate that there is a risk of myocarditis. The risk appears to be higher in males and in younger age groups.
We will continue to be your single source of truth. Unless you hear it from us, it is not the truth.
These documents clearly show that New Zealand was explicitly informed by mid-2021 of myocarditis occurring in teenage boys overseas, particularly in the US and Israel. What this means: international regulators, CDC, FDA, Israeli Ministry of Health, had identified myocarditis in young males, and New Zealand's advisory groups incorporated this information into their risk assessments. Teenage boys were specifically highlighted as a higher risk group in the data. What happened next? On the 13th of August 2021, New Zealand COVID-19 Ministers meeting, Chris Hipkins chairs this meeting and, along with other senior ministers, including Ardern and Verrall, actively collaborated to ensure the internationally advised myocarditis issues were hidden from the New Zealand public. In my view, this was a collaborative criminal action. At a bare minimum, Chris Hipkins must resign and get out of politics for good. Jacinda Ardern should be stripped of her damehood, and Verrall must also be kicked out of the New Zealand Labour Party.
We will continue to be your single source of truth. Unless you hear it from us, it is not the truth.
What? What?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Thank you for listening. WhangāreiTim.